Hello.
Hello, hello.
How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing very, very good today. Yes. I've heard so much about you. I had to finally interview you. Oh, first heard about you was actually through Princess Habit.
Okay, I totally missed that when I put my
Oh,
phone up. I'm
oh,
sorry.
okay. Okay, then. Let me repeat that.
Okay.
It's I finally get the opportunity to interview after hearing so much about you.
Well,
Well,
I don't know what you've heard about me, so this could be a good thing or a bad thing.
no, it's all good things. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And I was first introduced to you about I think she did a fisting scene with you, am I correct? Or you had
Yes.
done a fisting scene, no doubt. Was this your first time ever being fisted?
No, I've been into fisting for Jiminy Cricket since wow, like oh four, three, something like
Okay,
that.
then.
Long time.
Now, how did you what explain how you first got fisted?
First
When
got
you
fisted. Oh yeah, that was fun. So back in the days of Adult Friend Finder actually having real people on it. Um,
hmm
and so I had a playmate that I was playing with, and he was only, I guess he was only about 5'10".
hmm
So he had smaller hands anyway, and we were playing, and he was just fingering and stretching, and he was 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he was like, "Can I go more?" And I was like, "Well, sure."
So when he got his whole hand in it, what was his reaction?
I think he had actually done it before, so it wasn't a first for him.
Okay.
But when for me, it was the thing I love about fisting, especially the warm up to being able to actually fist and not just get your hand inside and move it around, because there's a difference. Um,
hmm
just getting your hand inside is not fisting to me.
hmm
Um, so it's the warm up. It's like getting a massage from the inside,
hmm hmm
because you go slow, and as you get the muscles relaxed, just like giving a massage. You start off lighter, and as the muscles relax, then you can go deeper and deeper. And the same thing with getting the vaginal muscles to relax and open up.
hmm
I mean, I had 9.5 pound babies naturally.
True, true,
I mean,
true.
I know what'll fit.
hmm
And so for me, it's about seeing what I can make my body do.
Ooh. Which usually makes for great film.
Yeah, it does. I did a scene with Brianna and Ashley and Rose.
hmm
um I'm forgetting one of the girls. Who am I forgetting? um and so we did like a slumber party scene, and I
hmm
taught them all how to fist. And I
Oh God.
love teaching people how to fist, because I get to see their face.
hmm
And when they get to experience being inside, especially a female, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's what I actually feel like in there." It's pretty exciting to watch their face as they're experiencing something for the first time, because it's not often that we get to have first or give somebody their first something,
hmm
especially a good first.
hmm
Um, so I've been teaching. I've taught, I would say, probably 90+% of the people that I've been fisted by. I've taught them how to fist.
hmm Okay. So
And
look,
so
let me do my particulars, and we can really get into it. Okay, Miss Lady.
okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcasting career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app, or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile. You can monetize your stuff as soon as you record it and have it distributed to all the top platforms, and all this is for free. So go to anchor.fm or download the app on your phone and start podcasting like myself. I'm your host, Kavanaugh the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. You can find my porn links, my music links, my social media links, all with one link. All you gotta do is go to allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Find me everywhere in one spot. Also, we are sponsored by the Facebook of the LS community. I'm talking about lsworld.com, which is blowing up very fast. Go there, get a profile, yeah, mingle with keep-minded people like yourself, and even find events in your area that you might could attend, so you can start getting yourself into the lifestyle, you know. And also, we're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. We're talking about multiple podcasts giving you the Black experience. Plus, while you're there, you can get a little bit of shopping done. Is you can buy products from over 500 retailers. We're talking about Black-owned retailers, 500 of them. We're talking about fashion. We're talking about beauty. We're talking about health. We're talking about books, masks, jewelry, you name it, they got it. So go to shopgwdistrict.com, buy Black, support Black businesses, build a Black economy so we create generational wealth. And I'm about to be quiet and let this sexy lady introduce herself. Go ahead.
Well, I am Heidi Nite, and you can find me on Twitter and IG. I'll get better about IG. As Heidi Nite, Nite, the number 4 and the letter U. I'm on both the OnlyFans and Pocket Stars platforms as Heidi Nite, and I've got some other things in the works that I'll be announcing soon. But all that's not going to be on my Twitter. It's really easy to find at the moment.
Oh yeah, and I'm on your Twitter, and yeah, she gets down, people. She gets down. She's tall, sexy, long legs, fat booty.
And down can be a long ways to go.
Oh yeah. So, what brought you to the business?
Oh man, I've been a naughty person for a very long time. I got my first digital camera when I started swinging almost 20 years ago, the same year. And I've been sharing content ever since. I have a good friend from the swinging life, Athena Risque, who was on Southern Charms for
I know
12
about her.
years.
I know about Athena Risque.
Yep. So so I've known Athena for years, and so she finally made the jump over to OnlyFans December, almost 2 years ago, when she'd been trying to get me to come over. So I finally went over and started putting my stuff out there for profit. I've been on XHamster for years. I was posting my stuff when I had my bush on XHamster, and had quite a loyal following. My official handle on XHamster is Stretch Slut.
Yeah, you say Stretch Slut.
Stretch
How you
Slut.
get that?
Well, between being 6 foot tall, and people just, of course, naturally call you Stretch, and then what I'm capable of doing, and it's not gymnastics. Stretch just fits quite well. So, because I love to, and I was really into a lot of my stuff was bigger toys, and I've got one of my videos, because I still have a few things up there. One of my videos has over 700,000 views, which is just crazy to me out there. But soda cans in the car and lots of public stuff. And so I was putting it out there for free forever, and she's like, "Girl, you really need to monetize it." So that's what I've started doing.
Okay. So when you start monetizing your videos, one, because you started later on in life, did you realize that that's actually a good thing in this business?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to monetize it. Yeah, and later in life, I'm like literally old enough to be doing granny porn now. It's interesting that because I'm 49, and so, which is like ancient in the porn industry. So it's been nice. It's been an adjustment coming over from doing so much just for the fun of it. So, and now it's fun with the added bonus of monetizing it. But it's put me into here again, a different group of people. And it's, I'm such a people person, and it's interesting to me to find out how people came to be where they are and what their kinks are and what their interests are.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. I was that shoot house that I was at back in the fall, um, and was talking with some people about boob jobs. And
Mm-hmm.
because I was a single mom for like almost
Mm-hmm.
15 years, raising
Mm-hmm.
boys. And so when I got an empty nest, I got a set of girls, because it's
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing what you can do
Nice
with
set.
grocery money when you're not buying so many groceries anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and so we were talking about that, and I showed a picture, my before picture, and
Mm-hmm.
Thor saw the picture going past, and he stopped me and he said, "Wait a minute, I know those boobs, my old ones."
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out Thor and I are old friends from XHamster. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
actually talked for like a year all the time,
Mm-hmm.
chatting on XHamster years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's been a few people that have, because when I posted on XHamster, I didn't put my face out there. I
Mm-hmm.
had a very demanding job, and it would have been the end of it. And if
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting my philosophy was, if I'm putting myself out there for free, you're not getting my face too.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to me to be recognized by my old boobs.
Yeah, because it. How much did you being on X Hamster help you when you did start monetizing your videos?
um, Actually, it was a hindrance
Okay.
to me, just from the mindset, because it was hard for me to recognize the value of
Mm-hmm.
what I do, because I've been putting it out there for free for so long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, me personally recognizing that what I do and what I bring to the screen, um,
Mm-hmm.
is worth more than just putting it out there for free.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that's
because
getting
that was
me
the
off.
thing. Because that was the thing I was saying about with the oversaturation of the business, that it does cheapen the buying
Hmm.
power of content nowadays because it's so saturated. You know.
It is, but it's also who your ideal client is.
Mm-hmm.
Because who your ideal client, customer, whoever it is you want to look at it, there are people, those that don't believe in paying for porn will never pay for porn, no matter how good it is or who it is. It could be their best friend, and they'll think they should get a copy of it for free because they know the person.
Trust me, I know.
And yes, I get that all the time. And so, but there are many people that recognize the value of what you're doing. And let's face it, if it's a fraction of a percentage of the people that are out there, that's still a large number of people that are willing to cough
Mm-hmm.
up some money.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've told my friends that wanted to get my OnlyFans or whatever for free. I'm like, dude, it's five now, $10. I said, that's like what, buying me what, 2 beers?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not willing to buy me a drink from the other side of the country or wherever you are, the equivalent of buying me a drink, see ya. I don't need you. It
Which is so true. Which is so true. Now
is.
you like you said, you're 6 feet. You're 6 feet tall. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you saying you were saying in jest about it's hard for you to find male talents that's taller than you.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
especially people that want to work a lot, because there's a lot to be said for um, a size difference dynamic. And yeah, it can look great on film, and that could be their thing is, big dudes with the
Mm-hmm.
little spinners, and they can pick them up and do whatever they
Mm-hmm.
want with them. Everybody has the content that they like to create,
Mm-hmm.
and not everybody wants to shoot with a larger or taller person.
Mm-hmm. Because
So.
because to me it's like there's another guy I interviewed named Amazon Lee. She's 6'4".
Hmm.
And to me, it's kind of this. I don't know the word. I was about to say it completely wrong. They want to see big dudes with little chicks.
Yep.
A lot of time, what have you. But with you, on the other end, you also can play up the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Which is also a niche that is very profitable.
True.
How much?
And
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, no. Go ahead. What you about to say?
And they like to see the the little dude,
Mm-hmm.
the little smaller framed guy with the bigger woman too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen that with Evie. She be picking his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Period. But see, but also too, one of the niches is that I know coming in a lot because a lot of time when I talk to women in the past, especially that was in their 40s or in their 50s, it was like, I'm too old for the business. Da, 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 da. But they don't realize there's a market for older and mature women in this business, and it's a big market. Speak to that for what you have found out in your time so far.
Oh, definitely. There's definitely a market for it. I mean, look at Athena. Athena turned 69 this month, and
Mm-hmm.
she's doing great. Because the thing is she knows who her audience is. She's not thinking, "Oh, well, I've got to try to win over these dudes that are into Barbies."
Mm-hmm.
That's you have to know who you are and stay true to yourself and what you like, and there are people that want to see what you bring to the table. Stacy the size queen, she is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I found her on Twitter, happened upon her just shortly after, like the first week I was on Twitter, and she's another bigger girl that's into stretching and her big toys and all that. When I
Mm-hmm.
first met her, what, 16 months ago, 17 months ago, she had like
Mm-hmm.
2,000 followers, and now she's got like 33,000 followers in a year,
Mm-hmm.
because she stuck with what she did. She didn't try to conform to anybody else. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's what happened. I had 5,000 followers with my irregular posting in a year, all organic,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because I'm me. I know I don't wear makeup as often as I probably quote unquote should. But I'm you know,
Mm-hmm.
I get naughty a whole lot of places, and
Mm-hmm.
I have since before OnlyFans was even a thought. So many people are playing in public now to capture it on video just for the likes, to share the revenue, whatever it is. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to them. I've been doing this for a long time because it's who I actually am.
Mm-hmm.
Night, my last name on here is, it's an acronym for naughty in the everyday.
Mm-hmm.
I was a single mom raising a couple big rowdy teenage boys, and you've got to make the most of life. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're waiting to get that 2 weeks off and have the money because nothing else has happened, and go on that vacation before you actually enjoy yourself, you're going to miss out. um,
Mm-hmm.
so I would, many of my recordings were in bathrooms and fitting rooms and in the car, and hop in the car, go to lunch, and go park in a park and sit there and get off in the front seat of my car. Now,
Mm-hmm.
and my car was a 2002 Buick Century,
Mm-hmm.
not exactly sitting up high and no tinted windows. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
made it easy to see, and making the most of those opportunities, because you've got to. That's what we've got. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
waiting for the perfect moment to have that great date, or to go on that vacation, or to shoot that content, you may not have it, and you're missing out on a whole bunch of stuff in the meantime. And so that's just what I do. And so a lot of what I share is just my true, genuine naughty side. I mean, I was going through my phone, and I was like, that video I shot in the drive-through of fast food when I was over at the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Because God, I mean, there's the closest thing. The only thing that was open at that hour was a McDonald's, and I'm in the drive-through in shorts and a t-shirt. And between ordering my food in the pickup window, I'm now in my string bikini. That I
I
got
know,
changed into.
but see, it to me, it's kind of like I think the only issue I have when it comes to what they would call reality or that type, that genre, is that a lot is not that the oversaturation of it is the failed execution of it. You get what I'm coming from?
Yep. Well, and that's just it. So, like, when I say I did that, right? People think, "Oh my gosh, you got naked in the drive-through." No, I actually managed to do all that and not flash anybody.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, I've always been conscious of the fact of who's around me. And perception is reality. So yes, I may show you that I'm in the parking lot of the mall, but I also know
Hmm.
I'm where the employees park.
Yeah.
And so I'm far enough around, I'm out there where there's cars around, but I'm not going to have some kid walking by and seeing me.
Yeah. See that, and see that's where they misinterpret. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times they watch what we do, and instead of them into it, research and see, okay, this is doctored reality, not full reality. They just, I could do it too. Shit. I have a Hitachi.
Mm-hmm.
I can plug it to the lighter. And the reaction is not going to be the same when you come to that drive through.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't want to subject somebody to something that they don't want to be part of
Hmm.
either. I mean, that's not right. So, when I'm walking on the beach naked at night, uh, I love Sunset Beach. It's not a nude beach at all, but
Yeah.
it's very thinly populated. And
Hmm.
feet from people and it's dark, who cares?
Hmm.
And it's down to section where they're not at. So, and there's I've only seen a few people down there when I've been down there.
Hmm.
And it's because I'm a nudist. I was a nudist before I was even swinging. And with
Hmm.
me, it's not always okay. Usually for me with getting naked, driving topless, whatever, it's because I actually enjoy the feel of the sun and
Hmm.
the dichotomy of like the sun and the air conditioning on my skin. I'm a nudist at heart, and so just because I'm naked or walking around the house naked and somebody comes over, um, doesn't mean I'm not trying to get my jollies off. I'm just being naked. It's me.
Hmm.
Now if I'm fucking in front of a group of people, well, that's the exhibitionist side coming out.
Hmm.
So there's just because
Yes.
I'm naked, it's not always for the same reason.
Mhm. Most
But
definitely. Yeah, because I ain't gonna front. That's part of why I got the point myself, because I'm an exhibitionist. I love being watched.
mm-hmm.
I love being watched when there was no camera around. So it was not a hard transition for me. So now, with you being in the business, you work with a different array of male talents and producers for what I can see. Um, and you do content trade, correct?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, no,
Definitely.
definitely. So when guys approach you, how should they approach you about working with you?
um First off, let's have some conversation before you send a dick pic. Like maybe wait for me to ask for one. Shoot, sending me a dick pic and saying, "Hey, I'd like to work with you," as your initial, not the way to do it,
Hmm. Hmm.
because there's a whole lot more on than just genitals for making good content.
Hmm.
But reach out, send a note, be polite, just say, "Hey, this is who I am. Let me know why you actually even want to work with me.
Hmm.
Is there some reason like you like something that I'm doing? Um, let me know what it is you're like and as to why you want to work with me. If it's just because you want somebody to work with and nobody else will work with you, that
Hmm.
approach probably isn't going to work."
Because just me off the top of my dome, just with looking at you, that's why I said I hate that I'm retired. I mean, all these people that I'm retired. Because I had so many scene ideas with you just off the top of my dome, from the librarian to, um, shoot, you my son's mother-in-law shit to,
Hmm.
uh, is that,
Yeah, I love naughty roles. Some
you know what
people
I'm
aren't
saying?
into them, but I totally love them.
To me, I think role play makes the scenes better to me. It
Mm-hmm.
gives that sauce in their story, and reality point and killed the role play almost because nobody wants role play unless it's like the Uber driver, the
Oh,
bullshit,
oh, funny story. So when we had our I was at had a condo in Myrtle Beach for the winter, and I had
Mhm,
some people over to shoot and stuff, and we had some stuff go wrong, and we had the maintenance guy come to fix it. Well,
mhm,
he was there. He came in. We had just finished shooting, so like the lights were up, stuff was out, dildos were sitting around. He
mhm,
was like maybe 28 years old, young guy,
mhm,
and like he noticed things, but he didn't say anything.
mhm.
And we were talking, and then he's like, "So was he had fixed it?" And then he's like, "So is there anything else you need to fix? You need me to fix?" And I'm like, and my friends are like dying laughing because they were wanting me to proposition them. So here again, I didn't want to make him uncomfortable at work because
Yeah.
that's not cool. So I said no, and we had been talking for a few minutes. So what I did, we had to leave. There was one more thing he needed to fix for me, and I
Mhm,
went and I left a note for him in the bathroom because the master bathroom toilet was leaking. So
mhm.
I left a note thanking him, and that if he would like me to thank him properly, to give me a call.
And I'm pretty sure he made that call.
And so we left there, went to get something to eat, and we sat down at the restaurant to order. And the next thing I know, I got a text, and it was from him.
See, say no more. See, we love a
And he
beautiful
was
woman,
so
especially she
cute
tall.
because his name was Xavier, and he went by X. And so then we were talking. He was like, "I saw the note, and I didn't see it before, but I thought maybe I had missed it. But I read it, and it said it was written to X." He said, "And X is me, so I knew it had to be for me, but I didn't think it was for me." He was so cute, and so he came back, and we actually fucked. That was when Mars and Becky Taylor and her
Mm,
husband were there for the weekend.
okay.
Is who was there, and so he actually said to Mars, he said, "Hey, why don't we both get blowjobs and with the girls and record it?" And so we were like, "Okay, sure."
So he just
And
fit right on in.
so he did, and he was as thrilled as can be. And so yeah, that was I think he had never been like
Hmm.
that at work or anything before. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And see, you have moments like that, what I'm saying, period. But especially if he's willing to give up the necessaries to even use the scene.
Right.
Because that's the other, kicker when you deal with civilians, per se.
Mm-hmm.
As they if they willing to give her their ID and sign paperwork. And if they're willing to, then that's a great experience. Period. And also a selling point to fans because it'll make fans want to become a member because they'll think they have an opportunity to possibly have that moment with you. Because a lot of
You
girls
know,
will use it
and
to their advantage.
and they do. I'm not opposed to meeting fans for the right opportunity. I'm not opposed to it at all.
She said she will fuck fans, ladies and gentlemen. She will fuck fans.
For the right opportunity, that can
Yeah.
happen.
See, only women can get away with that because men, we cannot fuck our fans unless we're fucking gay men. Because women would not get in front of the camera if they're a fan, unless they're trying to get into business. Simple as that. But they'll fuck your ass
Hmm.
off camera though. They'll fuck your ass off camera. So because you got to shoot, and it is something that I really never really discussed with anyone. How much do you shoot? How often do you shoot? How do you schedule your shooting regimen to keep up with the demand of your sites?
Actually, that's been I have not been shooting enough lately. I honestly have not.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a day grind that's pretty demanding to me,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm having to work that around. I was going to be going. I'm waiting for Ida to get out of town so I can go back to New Orleans and shoot some more stuff next week, hopefully. And
Okay.
getting some things lined up. So I've got to do better on getting more stuff on the books now that
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta and not stuck out on the coast away from everybody. Yeah, I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in fact, um, somebody just Brandon Lee Harrison,
Mm-hmm.
was flying from Florida out to Vegas, and I'm only 20 minutes from the airport
Mm-hmm.
here in Atlanta. So
Mm-hmm.
he had a couple hour layover. He hit me up, and I went and I picked him up. We went and got a hotel room 5 minutes from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Got down, got a scene in, and I got him back to the airport to catch his flight out to Vegas, and
See,
that worked
that's what
out
I'm
really
talking
well.
about. See that?
So if
See. With
somebody's
me,
coming
that
into, if you're coming into Atlanta, if you're going to have a
mm,
layover or can make it a layover or going somewhere else,
see that what
I'm,
sucks about where I live is that that no one comes through. So
yeah.
it's like they'll pass through North Carolina. They will not just stop. It was like because trying to get people to come this way to do shoots was like shit pulling teeth sometimes. Period.
See,
But
I have fond memories of Durham over there
hmm so you
because
need to come back.
that's,
You need to come back and visit. Then how about that?
I do need to come back and visit. I
Yeah.
do need to come back and
You
visit.
have a
Yeah, that's where my buddy that is 7'2". So I met this guy on Adult Friend Finder years ago,
mm-hmm.
and we're still friends like 18 years later. But he was 7'2". He's got a degree in psych from Duke, and he's into
Mm-hmm.
BDSM. And I'm going, oh, this could be really cool. Um, and then I found out he was into femdom.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and okay, it got really interesting on a different level,
Sure.
and brought out my freak side even more. I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting. Yeah, I can really enjoy this, and um,
Mm-hmm.
got into some really fun stuff. Like I got into freak stuff from Jump.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I got into swinging single.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love kinks and knowing what
Yeah.
turns people on. The big part of people watching me, it's not so much that they're watching me, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm weird. I will gladly fuck in front of people, but I
Mm-hmm.
am totally like I don't go dance like with clothes
Yeah.
on in front of people because I'm
Mm-hmm.
so self-conscious, but I'll fuck. So
Mm-hmm.
it
She
was
said
just
she
like
won't do it.
2 years.
Suck a
Hmm?
dick though. I said you won't
Do
do it
what?
too. You suck a dick though. I said you won't do
Yeah.
it too. Dick though.
Yeah, it's just like I'm a nudist at heart, but it was just 2 years ago when I finally started wearing a two-piece bathing suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
cause even with me, I started to get more into my dom side of things when I got older.
hmm
Because like I said, I'm a dominatrix myself. Period. Yes, if people heard, they know I do have a white pay pig that I plan to shit on. So, and like I said, yeah, it's that's one thing I love about porn is that I could tap into kinks that you couldn't do in your normal
hmm
life. You
Well,
know.
and I'll tell you, one of the things that was really nice about my fan base that I had on XHamster is when I would
Mm-hmm.
post something, it would almost always go to the top commented for the day, the week, and the month.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple things
Yeah.
that are still on the top because my fans, I interacted with them a lot, and I mean, I joined because I wanted to be able to leave comments on content, because when I watch something, I actually read the comments. Quite often, I'll read the
Mm-hmm.
comments while I'm got it rolling, and then I'll have to go back and watch it again because like it's the turn on of the turn
Mm-hmm.
on for me. So like when I
Yeah.
am fucking in front of people, and it's not so much the watching of me that turns me
Mm-hmm.
on, but it's knowing that I'm turning them on.
Yeah. Because I love to get like the
So,
email. They talk about like the
mm-hmm.
stuff I did or the role that I picked for the girl or what have you. Period. Whether it's nurse, cause I try to come up with just different crazy scenarios.
Well, and it's amazing what people are into. I had a
Yeah.
guy that wrote to me because he absolutely loved my stuff that I was making, because I have a silver watch that I
Mm-hmm.
wear, and lo and behold, silver watches are his hot button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what he experienced in his formative years about a silver watch, but a silver watch was his hot button, was an
Mm-hmm.
instant turn on for him.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, I do you know there are dudes that get off on watches. Like they'll literally put the watch on their dick and stroke it.
Yeah, actually, no,
And
I
I'm
done
like,
had people. I done had people wanting me to get head while smoking a cigar. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
I was like, just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
yeah.
White socks, black socks. I had a
Mhm,
lady that we actually chatted because her husband was all into old sneakers, like the ones you mow the grass in and stuff, and ones that you've
mhm,
obviously worn. So like wearing sneakers. And I'm
mhm.
like, okay, how did you associate worn tennis shoes, worn sneakers to good vibes? Like, how did those two ever come together?
You'd be surprised. I mean, as you'd be very surprised. Like I had one guy they requested me to do a girl in a polo knit shirt, like a polo.
Mm-hmm.
She's just bottomless with a polo, and he bought it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it just funny that it makes me feel good to know that I can fulfill someone else's fantasy
Well, and
through my
exactly, and
artistry.
that's it. There's so many everyday things that turn people on. You know, one of my videos that's still out there is with my soda can, my can of Coke Zero.
Hmm.
One of my fun ones, though, really fun ones, was is one that's with a bottle of orange soda, like a 20-ounce
Hmm.
bottle of orange soda, in a fitting room,
Hmm.
in a
See,
bathroom.
see, that's what
Um,
I'm saying. See, when these
because
girls be
do you know
doing these
why I
solo,
did that? Do you know why I intentionally did that? Because
why?
after somebody sees that video, anytime they walk into a QT or any gas station, the grocery store, and they see a bottle of orange soda, they're going to at least smile.
Hmm. But
It's like,
see,
how
but
can you look at something like that the same way again after seeing it used in an unconventional way?
yeah, because see, to me, it's like when you see, okay, I'm gonna make the solo content creators. You just sit there and say a soda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I've seen girls use cucumbers. It's like you make it a point to put different stuff in your coochie, but it's not about you put different stuff in your coochie. It's variety. You're not giving them the same thing over and over again. You know, and I think that's what's missing a lot too with a lot of people is that they try to give them the same. You try to give them the same food, but you know what I'm saying. You keep trying to give them the same food, but you don't want to change the dish. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, it's really about what will safely work. Um, that will make somebody think twice when they say it.
Yeah. The point
You
of
know.
standing out.
Mm-hmm. Like I love going to Dollar Tree because there's all sorts of good stuff in Dollar Tree.
Oh, I believe it. You see, I don't go in there with a dirty mind. I'm going there just get the fuck up out of there. Because I can imagine, the shit you be looking at like, them clamps.
Oh yeah, I just went and got some new stuff the other day to shoot with.
Mm. See, I see
Yeah.
now I would enjoy shooting with you because the things you would have came up with would have been monumental, I swear. I
Mm-hmm.
swear. Because them the girls I like shooting with the ones that they have good ideas and them shits be looking so good on camera. And I'm like, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of
Well,
that.
it's about having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's about having fun with it. And the greatest thing is if somebody's not enjoying it, they can just scroll on past it because there's enough people that do.
Now, when you say that you I guess what you call a stretcher, did that go include your anal?
No, I have not gotten into stretching that. That's a primary exit hole there.
Yeah.
Hasn't been used a whole lot, but that's probably as an entrance. It's probably going to change here. But yeah, that was just something I didn't get into doing.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
there's
Because
changes in the
I
wind.
because I tell yeah because people don't realize they shoot. It takes a lot to do anal because not a lot of girls are brave enough to do anal with me. So
Yeah. Well, it does, and the thing is even that, there's much to be said for proper prep work.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, yes.
And
So,
now people don't get we actually got to prep for these scenes actually,
yeah,
physically and mentally, literally. It ain't just we just show up and go. No,
right.
it's not that. How much when you started filming actually professionally? Now, and what I mean by professionally is not that you shot with a major company. No, it's just the way that you shoot with the camera, with the lights,
Hmm.
and how much did it kind of gave you a culture shock versus to prior the way you did things?
Um, I won't say that there was much of a culture shock because to me, common sense says to produce good porn versus the stuff that's obviously, the very amateur, actual legit amateur shot with a cell phone,
Yeah.
camcorder, whatever, without the extra lights and stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
there's other stuff that you don't see that goes into putting on good content with the
Mm-hmm.
good lights. And let's face it, if you're gonna get a close up, you usually got to get the camera up in the junk to see it going on,
Yeah.
and that it can take a much longer to shoot the content than the content turns out to be after it's left the editing room. So for me, there really wasn't um that much because I had already thought about it that way from the business and the artistic creation standpoint of what actually goes into good pictures, good movies. Because I've been a photography has been a hobby of mine for years. So when you think about that, but like we said,
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you're
many
a very good
people
model.
don't think about do what.
I say I can tell you're a very good model, but go ahead.
Oh. But it's different for me. The hard thing for me has been getting used to being, and this is going to sound odd, but being in front of a camera I'm not in control of.
Yeah.
And with the stuff that I put out there for years, I didn't put my face in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so putting my face out there more now is a
Mm-hmm.
bit, I wanted to, it's harder, a little more awkward. I'm a little bit more critical of the pictures, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, just because it's different for me.
Mm-hmm. No, you used to everyone seeing the pussy and the tits. You ain't used to them seeing the money maker, the face.
Yes.
Which makes you feel any
Well, and
good.
I get real self conscious because when I'm coming,
Yeah.
I will like soda can red, Coke can red,
Yeah.
face and head and neck. I
Yeah.
mean, I go right
And
red.
I bet you make some pretty sex faces too.
Well, see, and like I wasn't looking at, I was even when I was playing back my other stuff, I didn't see my sex faces because they weren't captured.
No, I've seen it. I can tell you have pretty
Yeah.
sex
So,
faces.
but that's so getting used to seeing that. So I'm like, oh, that's a weird face, but okay, you like it, we'll go with it. Um,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I here again, it's part of the weirdness that's me, but I'm not into being face fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not one. It's a big control issue
Mm-hmm.
that I'm usually not down with giving somebody control of. It's hard
Mm-hmm.
enough with my body, let alone my head, and then pain. But I will gladly fuck my throat myself on your
Mm-hmm.
dick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will push myself to see how long I can keep a dick down my throat and get my throat open up.
Ooh, gonna make me light a cigarette.
I know, right? It's just like kick back, relax, let me do the work. And I promise you, I will be here and I will be gagging and spazzing all over your dick, all on my own. Um,
Let's see.
and because when the here again, it's almost like being fisted. So when long enough, dick goes down your throat and you push it to go down, and it pushes into your throat past your tonsils, my tonsils, and pushes, and I can feel it stretching open.
Mm-hmm.
That just sends chills down my spine and makes my pussy twitch. And so I will actually keep it down my throat and count to see how long I can stay on it. And I'll kick my feet and gag a
Mm-hmm.
little and come off and take another breath and go down and try to count out even more time and stay on it just to here again, just to see what I can do. So,
I'm, I'm, I'm gonna let everybody marinate on that.
you're gonna let it marinate on that?
We're gonna let the
And my
listeners
eyes will
marinate on that.
water, and yeah, they're my eyes are mostly hazel. I scream, but when I cry when they water, my eyes out. So my you know tears and snot running down my face, and my eyes will get real green. And I'll keep going, but I have to. It's kind of weird because I trashed my neck and the worst in my first accident when I was 16. I face planted a windshield,
Mm-hmm.
so I wind up doing more of like a push up
Yeah.
because the bobbing my head up and down along with the suction and the massage of the tongue and all that
Yeah.
I have going on when I'm giving head, um, it works better for me to be able to keep my neck straight,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not hurting my neck. And so I'll do that. I'll go down and see how long I can keep it in my throat. It's good stuff.
See when I hear stuff like this makes me hate that I retired.
Because I do. I
Terry,
really like having a nice dick in my mouth and in my throat. I really do. Um, I just prefer it to be on my terms. And that's a weird dynamic for a lot of guys.
shoot,
Like
no,
they're
not for
so
me.
used to.
Not for me. Hey, if she want to take over, I put my hand behind my back and like, go ahead, do you. I'm not gonna be mad.
Yep, yep.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be
So
mad.
if I can, get
But
my
see,
head
to me,
down on the dick, get my ass up in the
but
air and
I love for the female to have control, and me, I like me on a personal. I like a more sensual change of pace type situation,
mm-hmm.
and just she's going hard and just deep throating the whole time because it's kind of like no, I want to experience. I want to watch you. I want to see you enjoy it. I
Mm-hmm.
want you. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Ain't
usually
no.
I'll come down. Usually I like to come down the torso, and nibble
Mm,
on the stomach and the hips a bit, and come breathe on the dick, and then come down and start at the balls and work my way back up to the tip of the dick
see,
before I
I'm
swallow
so
it.
see. I know that scene. Me and her scene would have been hot. Just I'm just sitting here with my eyes closed, just
Hmm.
looking at the visual of what you're talking about, and that
I'm all about
interesting.
good contact.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies were meant to be enjoyed, and pleasure is to be had from the tops of our head to the tips of our toes,
So true.
if you allow it. If you
So
allow it.
true. So
So,
true.
yeah, all sorts of good stuff. I've said for years that I'm more of a when I allow myself to slow down for the sensual side. Because sometimes, I mean, I've gone to a club or a party and done 8 or 10 guys. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
just the hard fun, have at it is good. Time and a place for everything. There's different scenes and different things to do. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
See, that's what I'm talking about. So,
but
Miss Lady,
that
tell
whole
everybody. So, tell everybody where they can find you, baby.
oh, they can find me. Twitter's my main hangout at the moment. So Twitter and IG, Heidi Nite, the number 4 and the letter U.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my content is for the most part right now is on OnlyFans and Pocket Stars, both as Heidi Nite, and there's some more things in the works.
Most definitely. And you will be coming back as a smoke buddy, right?
Yes, I
Because
will.
I enjoy listening to your voice. And I'm pretty sure that my listeners enjoyed listening to your voice because you're so soft and sultry and sexy and easy to listen to.
Ah, well,
It's
thank
just made
you.
for radio. It's definitely
Well, it's going to
made.
be even more fun when I swing up through North Carolina here in the next couple of weeks. I'll have to swing by and see you.
Oh yes, and we have to do a video podcast, and you get to
See,
see her and hear her,
there we go.
and I get to take photos of her too. So.
You get the good end of the stick.
Oh yes, most definitely. So with that being said, people, life is a learning experience. What's the point of experience? Didn't learn anything. Smoke that over. Thank you for coming to the lounge, Heidi.
Thank you for having me.